All right, guys. So this is the second take of this video because my batteries on the scale here were drained. It was giving me a false reading. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. So today we're going to be testing two different rounds here. We have the AR Tactical Joules round, and we have the MCS RAV4 shaped projectile. And just to get it out of the way, we are going to weigh these just for the sake of weighing. So this red RAV4, I don't know why is it doing that again. For some reason, it's not giving me the correct weight. Yeah, it's not giving me the correct weight. And there's the old batteries. Yeah, it's not giving me the correct weight for some reason. I have no idea why. But I'll have to deal with this later. Just not to make this video extremely long. Trying to figure this out. These are 6.5, I think it was. That I was getting anywhere from 6.5 or 6.07. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I was getting anywhere from 6.05 to 6.12, somewhere around there with these. But I'm just going to put it at 6.05. I'm going to check my other paperwork, my other papers and videos that I've already weighed these, and just go off of what the video, what I was weighing them at the video. These are 3.25 grams. And I can't show you, and I never tested these before, so I don't know. But I did weigh them when I first got them, and they were 3.25 with this scale. I have no way of confirming that with you right now in this video. So for whoever has these, you can weigh them yourself. They're 3.25. That's what I'm getting with this. Now, I busted out the Tippmann 98 today to test it out. This has a 12-inch Labco .684 barrel. Smooth bore, by the way. We have a brand new 90-gram CO2 that I have wrapped here because it's always a little chilly down here where I am, where I test these, and I store these in a closet that gets no type of sun or anything, so they're always cold. I have two magazines here. This Tippmann 98 has been converted to MagFed, by the way. I don't know if I've already established that. I am going to pause you real quick so I can go and set up my trap over here, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Got the trap up there. Got the crony right here. And both magazines. I am going to start loading them up now. While I load these, I do want to touch on a little subject. So there is a gentleman, seems like a very nice gentleman, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. By the way, just going to shoot 10 of them in this magazine. So there is a gentleman out here. His channel goes by the name of Raid in Self-Defense or something like that. Do want to touch on the video he made a few days ago. Because we own pew-pews here. And some of the stuff that he was saying, I don't know how he feels about pew-pew. Supposedly, he's a pew-pew instructor or a firearms instructor. But he went on to say that most Americans shouldn't own pew-pews, and then started going on with some stories, and all this other stuff. Listen, I'm not trying to bash the guy. This isn't me attacking the guy. He has his view. I have mine. But at the same time, he does sell burners. So what he said on the videos, you have to remember that he sells burners. And he is going to say whatever he wants to sell more burners. That's my opinion on that statement I just made. But he does sell burners. So let me lay a couple facts here. Because he went on with some story of some gentlemen, some guys that shot each other up, in the middle of the street. Listen, there is those rare occasions where people don't know how to act and they think that, they're Superman or they're untouchable or whatever, and they do act up, sure. But that's not the majority of us gun owners. You can say the same thing when politicians stand on national TV and say, yeah, this year we've had 45,000 shootings this year, or gun deaths this year. But what they fail to mention to the general public is that when they factor in all those numbers, there's a percentage of that number that is police-involved shootings. There's a percentage of that number that is suicides. There's a percentage of that number that is gang-related homicides. There's a lot of factors that go into that number that politicians do not tell you because they have an agenda. Here on my channel, I have no agenda. I have no skin in. I have no financial gain by telling you this stuff. You do with that information what you will. Another data point that you can point to is when politicians and people say that guns are the number 1 killers of children. No, it is not. That's why the government added 18, 19, and 20-year-olds to that number because they want you to believe that, but it's not the case. So let's not convolute what a rare or a fraction of people do to the entire population. That's my little rant. I'll get off my soapbox there. Okay. So I will say the same thing that other people say, and that is watch out who you take advice from, because there are people that are trying to just sell you stuff. And I'll leave it at that. Okay, so we have the Tippmann 98. I am going to screw the CO2 in. Let me make sure that this is off so it's not just going everywhere. Okay, and this on off, it comes with a gauge. This is the MCS right there, the MCS on off gauge for 88 and 90 gram CO2s, just in case you guys are. Okay, that's screwed in. Yeah, just in case you guys are interested, it's the 88, 90 gram on off with the gauge. I think it's like $40 or so. Okay, so let me turn on my little sight here. Let me cock this back. Let me turn this on, make sure it's on, no leaks. There we go. Okay. No leaks. And the first one that we're going to be shooting is the 3.25 red MCS projectiles right here. And there is 10 of them. And I am about 3 feet away from the chronograph, so there is no interference with the numbers. So I am loading. There we go. Safety off. Let's see what we get. 372, 410, 409, 414, 404, 406, 393, 382, 388, 389, and that's it. That's my lock bolt right there, letting me know that I am out of rounds. Okay, so there we go, out of rounds. So now we have the AR Tactical Joule rounds. There are 10 in the magazine, 6.05, that's what I think I'm going to put it at. These are .684 bore. The barrel I have is a .684, so it's going to probably be a tight fit, but we will find out now. And here we go. 269, 270, 270, 271, 278, 277, 261, 261, 273, 267, and that's it. Okay, let me turn off this air and disengage my lock bolt so I can take this out. Okay. There we go. No more air in the valve. Okay. And no more air in the magazine. Let me turn off my scope, my red dot, and take this off of the launcher. I'll take this off later. Alright, so there you go. Those are the numbers. That was my little rant for today. I'll put the numbers in the description box below. That's today's video. Catch you guys on the next one.